What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about the big win over Torino in the Derby Della Mole yesterday. We're celebrating that. We're still taking it all in. An exciting win, exciting moment for a big boyhood fan of Juventus. We'll get into that. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about that, of course. But first, we're talking about Tech has his first clean sheet that he has kept since... Well, how long has it been? It's been a long time. We'll talk about that. We've got the boyhood fan who I was talking about. Manuel Locatelli scores a decisive winner for Juventus over Torino. We'll talk about him. He had some comments with the media. And then finally, Max Allegri speaks to the media as well. He had some important things going into the future, but also talk about the status of his team and the squad moving forward. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Sunday, October 3rd, 2021. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday post-Juventus defeating Torino and the Derby Della Mole. I know I'm repeating myself. I think the last video I said it like 4 times. I said it this video. I'll probably say it like 5 more times because I'm excited. Juventus won. I don't know why. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a pessimist by nature when it comes to me being a fan and the way that I think about my teams. So I kind of expected the worst to happen. I was like, there's such a high coming off of defeating Chelsea in the, even though it was Champions League, it was just group play, but still defeating the European champions. I just expected there to be a comeback down. They're always with every high, there's a fall, peaks and valleys, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I expected that. We did not get that. We got a great victory thanks to one of our great new players, Manuel Locatelli. Love the kid, so excited. About his future in general. Anyway, before we do anything, we'll get to the news where we'll talk about everything that's going along with that, with the news and what we had when it came to Locatelli, his comments, Allegri and their comments, and what goes on there. But before we do anything, like I said, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Join our subscribers. Join our community that we have here at the Bianconeri Zone. We're going to bring so much more to you in the future. I know I keep saying that, but we have so many ideas, so many things we want to draw about. It's just about making these things happen. And the more of you subscribe, the more possible that it is that we can have this come to fruition. Just become part of our community, do what we do, and then we can have you be more involved. Because what we say and what we do here is it's for the fans, by the fans, and we really mean that when we say that. We want to involve you guys in what we do here as part of the channel. Anyway, also make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps our channel grow. It helps us with the algorithm. It's nonsense, but it helps us. It really does help us so that way more Juventus fans can find our channel and join the community that we have here. So we appreciate it, guys. Anyway, let's dive into it. Sorry, I know I had to go about a little bit to get here, but let's just go ahead and dive into the news of what we have here. First off, it's about Tech and him getting his first clean sheet in a while. That's from Opta Paolo, who's talking about this, saying that Juventus have kept the Serie A clean sheet for the first time since March, a 3-0 victory over Spezia. They have stopped a 20-game streak without a single clean sheet in the competition. I guess I should go ahead and clarify because I made some comments. I guess overall, yes, Juventus, he has kept 2 clean sheets in Champions League. One against Chelsea, huge, and then also beating Malmo 3-0 as well. 2 big wins, but overall, when it came to Serie A, we haven't had a clean sheet in a long time. So it's good to see him. Hopefully, he's getting some of that confidence back. Hopefully, he's getting back to old Szczesny form. I know a lot of you guys are going to come at me. Am I still on the Donnarumma train? Hell yeah, I'm on the Donnarumma train, but it's fine. If Szczesny can get his game back to being what Szczesny was before, I'll be happy with it. Let's just say that. Let's move on, though, to what we really care about, and that's our boy Manuel Locatelli talking. Following the victory, like I said, he was the goal scorer for the 1-0 victory over Torino. And what did he have to say following his boyhood team succeeding thanks to his leadership or his guidance there in the midfield? He said, apart from the fact that I got headbutted by Chiellini, the emotion is fantastic because since I arrived, there's been an incredible group. They welcomed me very well. First off, holy hell, I can only imagine what it would feel like to get headbutted by Chiellini. Of anybody with a noggin that you've seen him, if you've seen his noggin, he's taken some damage and he knows how to deal some damage. So I feel for Locatelli when it comes to this situation. But we love Chiellini, love his excitement, love his joy. Love to see also just the chemistry that he and Locatelli have, being that Locatelli's so much younger than him, but the fact that they gel so well together. You've seen it in Italy for the Euros when they won. Who was the first guy that he went up to? Chiellini and Locatelli. So I like that, seeing that moving forward. This may seem a little homerish, but it does. It excites me. Anyway, not like that. Anyway, he goes on to say, we really are a great group of friends and real people. Even though there are many strong players, they're all humble. That's important. It's great that we won the Derby. It's great emotion. It's beautiful. Just saying, it's really cool that everybody's level-headed. He came from Sassuolo. where you don't, well, Carnevale is not level-headed, but overall, he doesn't have the same amount of talent that he sees around him at Juventus. So it's, it's rare that you have many places that are that way, especially in the most of Serie A. So he said it's good to see, you have all these guys that are stars, if you will, Chiesa, him, Chiellini, Bonucci, whoever have you, whatever happens with these situations, and that these guys are actually really level-headed, down-to-earth guys, and they're just good teams. They just want everybody to succeed around them. All right, moving forward, he goes on to say, much needed, yes, absolutely, because it was the Derby and because we need to take another step forward in the table. We have to continue like this. Now we have the national break. Then we come back with even more hunger. He also says, I dedicate this to my Juventus family at home. They sure will be happy. So basically, just overall, just saying that, yes, this is a new step forward. We needed this. We need to keep building on the success we had against Sampdoria, against Spezia. And those teams that you beat, you beat them 3-2. It wasn't exactly a overwhelming victory. You gave up a couple goals. You had opportunities. And I will say again that this was another opportunity that I was taking notes in the first half, and all I can really think is if this comes back to bite them, it'll be another first half of missed opportunities. Luckily, it worked out in the end for them. I had that feeling, I think a lot of people did. When's Torino going to score? Because this happened 20 matches straight in Serie A. You felt like it was going to happen. Luckily, it didn't. All's well that ends well. But it's also cool just seeing him say, I dedicate this to my Juventus family at home. They sure will be happy. And then he also said that I promised my family the jersey from this match. They are all Juventus fans, and they will be very happy tonight. So just really cool. He's He's bringing his jersey home to his family, sharing it with them. They get to put it up there, and I'm sure it means so much to them. I can only imagine being a Juventus fan and having your son play for the team that you love so much. Let's continue on, though. Now we have Max Massimiliano. His name's not Maxwell. Max Allegri, in his comments that he had to say following the win. First off, he said, and of course, he's a little bit more business than Manuel Locatelli was, which I expect in this moment. He says, we had to improve our dribbling in the first half of the right side. We lost too many diagonal balls. The striker had to be the regista of the team today. It was a lot of different adjustments that they had to make with their lineups, their formats. You got players like McKinney, who's really struggling right now. Bernardeschi, who's Bernardeschi. So you have to do different things. And then right now, they were losing too many balls. And then also, they're just missed opportunities that they had. So many opportunities to score early that were, again, wasted. I think it's a story. It's becoming the story of Juventus. The last few matches, it's been every single time there have been early opportunities that were just kind of flushed away. Luckily, all was well that ends well, like I said just a moment ago, but it was a lot of missed opportunities. He continues on saying Locatelli has settled in well and has a lot of room for improvement. He's good. He has technique. He just needs to improve in some situations. Definitely good to see that him really buying into Locatelli. I knew that there are reports out there that you like Locatelli, but you never know when the market comes in, when there's a new coach coming in. With a target from the previous administration or whatever have you, how it'll work out. It seems to be going really well with him and Allegri. Then we continue on. He said that Ken, I guess. I say Moisey Ken, but then whenever I read it just Keen, I just say Keen. I don't know, and it makes no sense for me why I do that. He said that Keane did well today, apart from those 2 or 3 lost balls. When the team is close to the area, he becomes devastating. He's working on control and individual technique. I'm just kind of saying that, he is like I said, he's devastating. He's a killer. He is an attacker that he looks to kill every single time. He wants to score, and he looks to do it consistently, which is I love to see. But he did lose a few balls. Did I agree when it happened with him being pulled? No, I didn't. We talked about it in the player ratings. It ended up working out very well because of Cuadrado and what he brought. Definitely brought some energy going forward for Juventus. But at the same time, I would have preferred overall if Moise Kean would have got a little bit more playing time. I can't, it sounds dumb to say that looking back, but I just meant maybe Paul McKinney instead, honestly. He also said Chiesa also did well as a center forward, but already in the first half, he played some diagonals well. So definitely giving Chiesa his props in that situation as well, especially because he's used to playing the wing position there. Goes on to say Kaio came on well. He's a bright lad, as did Kulusevski. Kulusevski did fine. Again, I still think he looks like a newborn giraffe, still trying to learn how his feet, how his legs work. Kyle George, interesting because he could have delivered that assist. Was it to Kulusevski? Am I blanking? Am I already, my mind already gone? Is it gone already, guys? But anyway, he could have delivered an assist. I think it was Kulusevski. I'm pretty sure it was Kulusevski. It's gone, guys. But anyway, he could have delivered that for the potential goal. And unfortunately, it didn't end up working out. He just barely, missed there or however ricocheted off. Would have been awesome to see Kyle George. That would have built a lot of hype for the player going forward, I would have imagined. But anyway, they said after the break, we found the team spirit, the awareness to understand the moments. I would have been disappointed not to win a game like this, which apart from the first half against Milan, was our best one. Sorry. I just had to take a second to be like, did I think that this was the best game? I mean, I guess it was. It was a solid game. You kept a clean sheet. Defense played well. And then you found the score. I almost would have leaned toward the Chelsea game being better overall, but it's fine. I'm not going to get upset. It also makes me wonder and question, and I might be wrong for doing this, but it makes me wonder, like, Dybala, Morata. I'm not going to do the addition by subtraction, if you will. But I'm wondering, I'm like, are they flowing better without them? Am I wrong to say that? I think I'm wrong to say that, but it's just something that it creeps in the back of my mind. All right, let's move on to the next part. He said, the more they play, the more experience they gain. De Ligt is 22. He's grown a lot. In Italy, he has to improve the attacking phase. Football is all about reading. He can only improve, just like Kulusevski. We have important young players to develop, and that's a good point. We have a lot of good young players. You got Locatelli, you got Chiesa, you got De Ligt, you got Kulusevski. I'm sure I'm blanking on a few people. There's more guys, but definitely some good young talent there to develop around a good young core, and hopefully guys like Kulusevski start clicking where they haven't yet. Because so far, Chiesa look good, Locatelli's look pretty good, De Ligt's look good. It's just Kulusevski who I really want him to find his rhythm, because I believe he can be good. I saw what he did at Parma, and I think he can succeed here as well. And then he also said, Bonucci, calm me down. Leonardo has grown a lot because of the responsibility in the group. It's sad that he's getting older. I also, obviously, I saw this as a translation, so I didn't actually get the full feel of the way he was commenting and how he was saying this. I feel like he was saying it as a little bit as a joke, saying it's sad that he's getting older. But also, I mean, there is some truth to that as well, because it is sad because he's getting older. He and Chiellini are not that far apart in age. So when you lose Chiellini, eventually you're going to lose Bonucci. And then center backs are usually a position of leadership in the team. They have a lot of center backs that are or leaders. Then you have De Ligt, who's young. So you need somebody else. It would be nice to have another, I would say another, not older, but another Italian center back who basically could go along in that lineage, just because Chiellini and Bonucci have been so good together. But I like to see that he and Bonucci have really kind of grown together in their bond. Given how hard he's been on Bonucci in the past, if you will. Went on to say that McKennie had to shoot on goal, make a different choice. Yeah, McKennie made a lot of mistakes. I think the McKennie clock is starting to tick. It's starting to tick a little quicker. We'll see what it looks like come January. And then he goes on to say, Locatelli has settled in well. He has a lot of room for improvement, but we already know he has improved a lot because he varies his plays and takes more responsibility. And of course, he is good and has great technique. Definitely just talking up Locatelli, but also critiquing him. Certain areas that he has to improve, but he's definitely getting better. And Locatelli, I'll tell you, from obviously winning the match, but also just the stuff he does, Locatelli is going to be big for the future. He's going to be big for the future of Juventus, big for the future of Italy. He's going to be big. He's going to be big, guys. No, but I'm excited about Locatelli. I'm so glad that he not only wanted to come to Juventus, but the fact that it all worked out, but just to see that passion that he has. I really do believe that he and Chiesa could be something special as a tandem in the future. And then we can move on to the last little bit of what he said. And he basically said that after the break, we found the team spirit and ability to understand the moment. Today, we missed several final passes, but then Manuel did well on that shot. But we could have taken the lead earlier. That's kind of what I was saying earlier. There are a lot of missed opportunities. I was getting nervous. I remember my wife was there. My kid was there watching it with me when I had it. And I was looking and I was like, oh no. As the clock starts to tick down, as you're getting closer, once that 80-minute mark hits, it starts to feel, you feel resigned to the fact that it's just going to be a draw, or Torino's going to do something. Something's going to make my day miserable. And when Manuel Locatelli hit that, I was in disbelief. I was like, there's no way. There's no way that just happened. It was just excitement. But at the same time, all I could think of during that moment, or once he got to the 8-minute mark, was all the missed opportunities, the missed shots on goal, missed whatever have you. Chiesa had one I remember earlier, stuff like that, that I was like, come on, you've got to be able to finish these. Luckily, all you need is one. All you need is one goal more than the other team, and it worked out very well. Happy for this. Great way to go into, let me go ahead and turn this off now. Great way to go into the international break. Hopefully these guys can continue to play well. You know, I'm excited to watch Italy play against Spain. If you don't know, my family's from Italian descent, but I also have a little bit of Spanish background there. So Spain has I know a lot of people don't like Spain. It's a very small soft spot in my heart because I have some family from there as well. But Italy is obviously my number one. So I always enjoy when they play each other. It's also why I'm probably a little bit softer on Alvaro Morata than a lot of people are. But I think Morata is not a bad player. I'm running on at this point with what I'm saying. But anyway, what my main point is getting into the international break. It'll be a great opportunity for Juventus players to go develop, maybe get some rest, much needed rest. Dybala, please don't try to play in that. Just please rest. That's what I'm saying for these guys. Get better. Continue to recover, come back, and let's actually try to come back in the Serie A thing, because we're sitting back at the table now. We're not that far off from the guys that are in the lead, and the more that somebody can trip up with a draw or whatever have you, the closer we are to scooping back in to trying to win that Scudetto again. So let's go into it, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll have more, rundowns, more talk about stuff. We'll do lives and all that tomorrow. Throughout the international break, we know you guys will be here with us through the whole way. But I appreciate you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. Please smash that subscribe button. If you like what you saw here, definitely hit a like and definitely subscribe. And also make sure you hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow Bianconerizone at Bianconerizone on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter. And make sure you follow my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri, let's go.